to Stan the Wine Man TV. I am your host, Stan Rattan, and this is the Blue Collar Wine Show, where I help you spend your wine dollars wisely. We're going to the director, Francis Coppola of California. He has a great winery, very kid-friendly, my understanding from what I heard from people that actually visited it. I haven't been down there to see it, but he's obviously loves his wines. He makes high-end wines, and he makes wines that everybody can drink. And these are the Diamond Series wines. They both roll in at $14. So I'm going to give them a try, see if they're worth the $14. And when I was looking over these wines and examining, when I was looking over these wines, I noticed that the Merlot was already on 2015, which is interesting, which means he probably sells a lot of the Merlot if he's more current than the red blend, which is interesting. Usually you would think the red blend would be the one that is ahead of the Merlot as far as vintages go. Unless, of course, he makes less Merlot. We reviewed the Virginia Dare wines. This is a winery that he restarted, pre-Prohibition winery that he gave a resurgence to the label, hired a winemaker, and I was really impressed with those wines. The Chardonnay and the Pinot Noir both were very good. So I'm excited to get into this one. This is the 2015 Blue Label Merlot Diamond Collection from Francis Coppola. Rolls in at $14. Now, granted, some people feel like Merlot sales, aside from sideways, were affected by the fact that a lot of Central Coast winemakers were making these insipid, Merlots. When Merlot got really hot, sales were really hot. They all jumped in the fray and learned how to pour wine out of the glass. They all jumped in the fray and started making Merlot, and the Merlots weren't very good, so it didn't help the cause. This is just California, so it can be sourced from anywhere in California. Of course, Francis Coppola has some good connections, obviously. And let's see what we get on the nose with this one. I like right off the bat I get tobacco. That was the first. And blueberry. Lots of blueberry. A little bit of black raspberry. It's like these aromas kind of hit, you take a sniff, and then they hit you, and then boom. By the way, do you take time to smell your wines? Do you really get down and smell them? I just did a kind of a wine class tasting thing, and I really emphasized to the group that a big part of wine is smelling the wine. Have you ever had food, sat down for dinner, and you were stuffed up, and you just didn't enjoy it as much because you couldn't smell it? Too many people just dive right into their wine and don't take time to smell it. Are you one of those people that just doesn't take the time to smell it? Smelling wine enhances the enjoyment of the wine. Absolutely. So if I could encourage you to do anything a little bit more, is take time and smell the wine. Get a little bit of a blackberry element coming through also. Let's see what we get on the palate. A few things I like about this Merlot. Good acid. If you ever want a really good wine to have with food, having that fresh acidity really helps. This has it. That fresh acidity backs notes of blackberry, raspberry, and a little bit of blueberry coming through on this wine. It doesn't go fruit bomb because of the acid. It is not flabby. A flabby wine is wine that has fruit and no acid. Just kind of dull, just there. You don't want that kind of a wine. A touch thin on the finish, absolutely. The strength of the acid and the fruit doesn't maintain through the finish, but that's what it is for $14. But I definitely get a lingering kind of blackberry, blueberry thing going on. Definitely. It's definitely delicious, definitely easy to drink. This is what we'd call a quaffer. Pop it, pour it, drink it, but still smell it. Still take a little time to think about it when you're drinking this wine. I think for $14, it's a good play. I think it's, I don't get any makeup on the wine, meaning I don't feel like they've tweaked it too much with different things, oak dust and all those things. Obviously doesn't have a ton of oak treatment on it, which you wouldn't expect for the price. But definitely, I think for $14, it's more than decent Merlot. I'm going to go C+, B- on that. Yeah, nice stuff. I think it's, you know, if you had a wine shop, or in my case, my wine department, it'd be nice. I want a really good Merlot. There you go. It's decent for 14 bucks. Better than decent for $14. Let's move on. It's kind of fun. I've never tasted these wines. Funny. I sell a lot of Coppola wines, especially the they call it the claret. It has like a mesh thing over the top. People go nuts over that wine. This is the 2014 Diamond Red Blend, Scarlet Label, Francis Coppola, Diamond Collection. Or we could say, let's do this correctly. I'm so weird when I read labels. 2014, Francis Coppola, Diamond Collection, Scarlet Label, Diamond Red Blend. How's that? This is a blend of Petit Syrah, Syrah, and Zinfandel. There you go. Never had this one either. It's kind of fun. I like it. I sell a lot of the Director's Cut series. He does one called Cinema. It's a red blend, a little more expensive, but a very good wine. Sell quite a bit of that also when I recommend it. Let's see what we get on the nose. This one, ooh. This reminds me of, have you ever smelled like a mixed berry jam? This is what it smells like, but without the sweetness of the jam. There's like cherries and blueberries and blackberries. It's just that there's a lot of stuff going on in there. Yeah, it's like a potpourri of like all these different fruits. There's not one particular thing that kind of jumps out at you. It's all of them together, which is interesting. A little muted. I'm not getting, it's like it blows you out of the water with the smell, but a little bit of chocolate coming through. That's what I get on the back end. A little bit of chocolate. Let's see what we get on the palate. That is a crowd pleaser wine. That's like a very intense fruit notes on the palate, smooth, a little bit of pepper, white pepper on the backside. I'm trying to get the actual fruit, and a little bit of chocolate coming up underneath. Not as much acidity as the Merlot, but still it has good balance. I mean, there's some structure underneath this wine. It definitely is not flabby. Cherries, blueberries, red berries, blackberry, all that's coming through. I don't feel like I'm getting kicked in the mouth with ripe fruit. I think it has a nice balance. It strikes a nice balance there. I think it's a great little party wine. I mean, if you want to bring it to a party, I think everybody's going to like it. Great little watch a movie, have some gorgonzola popcorn, drink a glass of wine. That's what this wine's all about. Yeah, you could definitely have it with food, of course. You could have it with a steak, you could have it with spaghetti, you could have it with a lot of different things, stews, roast beef, whatever it is, you could have it with that for sure. But this is one of those, we call them a cocktail wine. In other words, you have it solo. This is a great solo wine. Nothing wrong with that. I'm all about food and wine, but I don't mind having a bottle that you can just uncork and drink while you're cooking. That's what this wine is. It's got stuff going on. It's not super complex. It's just very delicious. So I'm going to go C plus B minus on that wine. I think it's a little above average, but not, not super terrific, but not bad. There you go. A couple of Coppola wines that, hold up for the money. You keep watching, and I'll keep helping you spend your wine dollars wisely.